guys, and welcome back. Today is super exciting because we are taking the C8 to the track for the first time. That's right, getting the C8 ready. We're gonna pull it out, load up all the stuff. We have to make sure we get our helmet since this does have a target top. Don't expect too much out of this thing, but we should be able to get you guys some really good data. I've got the draggy, I've got everything ready to go, so let's go ahead and head on over to Houston Raceway Park in Baytown so that we can get this thing down the track and show you guys what a bone stock C8 does at the track, at the drag strip. Hopefully the track doesn't have that many people, and I can show you guys the differences between a time with launch control and a time without, the 0 to 60 times, and all of that good stuff from the data that we have from the track and the draggy. And the weather looks nice. We've got about 2,000 feet of DA, so really don't expect to see record-shattering numbers, but it should be fun like always at the track. So made it to the track. It's been a while, feels good to be out here, and of course we're right in the front, and for the first time in a while we are on the street tire side. Obviously we used to line up over there, but with this car we of course got street tires. Haven't seen my last video, we just got the Z07 style wheels on the car, look amazing. And yeah, we'll see what this thing can do. One thing I did notice, guys, is I don't know where I'm gonna put the draggy because all these body panels are like fiberglass. I think maybe I could find somewhere, but we might not be able to get draggy footage after all. But that's okay because this car does have PDR, performance data recorder, which will give us some times as well. Check out this R8 here in the front, looking good. A V10. Yeah, this thing looks really nice, and makes the Corvette makes it a little bit longer, makes it look kind of small, but beautiful wheels. And man, look at that, got the V10 in the back. One day. Now our goal today, guys, is very simple. See how fast we can go in this car and show you guys the difference between launch control and no launch control, and just how to do launch control, because I've never done the launch control in this car. It's going to be very interesting. There's a few things that we have to do, and hopefully they all work out, and I'll show you guys what to do or what not to do. So first run up, we're actually going to be going up against a V10 R8. We're putting the car in track mode and in race in the performance traction management. That's what's going to allow us to get the launch control on the car. Alright, so now they said to do a burnout, you basically just gotta hold the brakes, put it in neutral, give it a little bit of gas. Okay, so got a little bit, not too crazy, looks like we're good to go. We beat that R8, guys. And the R8 is actually tuned. Whew. That was an impressive launch. Wow, that's all I can say. This thing is insane. Let's go ahead and show you guys the time slip. We're 29.72 left lane, and we did a 166 60 foot, a 723 to the 8, 1132 at 119 in the quarter mile. 11.3s, that is insane, guys. The ZL1 couldn't do 11.3s bone stock. That is a whole nother level with this car. Now, let's look at the draggy, and the draggy again shows 11.33 at 119.5. So basically both timers are really good. And I just looked over the PDR video overlay with the timing, and the PDR showed a 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds and a quarter mile of 11:20. So obviously the PDR is not 100% exact. The draggy and the time slips at the track are going to be more accurate, but still very impressed. Next up, we're going to try running this car just with all the traction and everything completely off, and just doing the foot braking idles and see if that helps the car. So this time I've got it in sport mode. I've turned both the traction and ESC completely off, and we're just gonna go right off of idle, which was what I used to do when I had the Camaros. That seemed to be a really good way for this car to do its launches. It was much faster that way. Obviously those cars were modified and tuned. This is a little different. I'm hoping with the extra weight in the back, the car will actually hook off the line, but we'll have to wait and see. There we go. Doesn't feel as harsh. Yeah, definitely doesn't feel as harsh. No launch control on that one, and it shows, guys. I mean, you see a slip here, 1171 at 117.7 on the draggy. Much slower, 755. The 0 to 60 foot was only 180. 0 to 60 was like half a second slower. And you guys was seen on the overlay, just that acceleration in first gear was very slow. So definitely if you're out at the drag strip, you have to do the launch control, but it lets you give it everything all at once, and you run much faster. The track time, an 11:68 at 116.9, 117 miles an hour with a 174 60 foot. So there you have it. Don't bother doing track passes without launch control on the C8 Stingrays. Broke something, guys. Well, our night here is done. First time out here and already some issues, and we broke an axle. So the car launched really hard and then just heard something snap. I felt it and it started just pulling off to the side, but sure enough, it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but we got an axle broken way back up there. So it's gonna be very difficult, but it's very broken. So now we're gonna have to call a tow truck, get this thing back home, and get it to the dealership, call the dealership, and see if we can get the axle replaced for this thing. Well, this is not what you want to see when you come to the track. Well, we've got the C8 up, back on the flatbed. One thing to know, guys, they do not come with the tow hook, so you're gonna need the tow hook. But shout out to All In Towing here in Houston. They've helped me out when I had the G8, and now that I've got the C8. Well, the C8 is back on the driveway. Appreciate All In Towing. Not the way I wanted to end this video. We've got the C8 broken in the driveway, and yeah, got an axle that we're gonna need to replace, and hopefully it'll get covered under warranty. If not, axles aren't really that expensive. I'm gonna replace it with an OEM one. They're about 175 bucks. Nothing too crazy. It's just the work having to go through and take out and put in and do all that good stuff. But in any case, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, we're stuck with a broken car, but it's all good. We'll get it figured out and fixed and move on to the next one. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.